And we're live, everybody. How's everybody doing today? I hope you can hear me. Do I have the right mic on? Flip. What the flip? No, I do not. Check 1, 2. Well, hope that's better. Not. We'll deal with it later. Is that the only browser window I have open? Nope. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oh god, not that one. No, not that one. We're going to my page. Woo! Oh, you can't go backwards. That's weird. Okay. At least you guys can hear me. That's all that matters. As long as I can hear the bullshit I'm spitting, we're golden, baby. So what I'm doing right now, swapping out the camera because I want to be able to do some whiteboard work. And we're going to do some whiteboard work. I love this lens, by the way, this macro lens. Beautiful lens. Love this lens. All right. From my understanding, I don't want to take a picture. No. So, we now should be good to connect the third camera, which is what I'm trying to do. Find this HDMI slot, wrap that cable around so we don't have all the pressure on the HDMI slot. All right, there we go. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of moving parts going on. I mean, it's not moving; everything's stationary. But I'm moving everything around like a motherfucker. Anyway, we got camera 1, camera 2, and now camera 3 right here. What is that going to give us? Well, let me show you. Just hope it's set up right. Let me walk around this way because I want it to look crisp and clean. And once it's there, we don't want autofocus to be rampant. We're gonna change that to manual. Well, maybe. Yeah, baby. We're going manual all the way. Ooh. Oh, it's a little crooked. This is a little crooked. Straighten her out. That's about as good as it's going to get right there. Well, we got a color profile on there, obviously. Looking a little washed out. As you can tell, if I'm talking to you, which is camera there, talking to you, and this camera comes on, I'm going to be blurry right here. So we can't have that. No, 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 no. So, there you go. Now we have art class. Yep. Now what we need to do is get this here. Oh, wrong camera. Look at the damn wrong camera. We're going to go to this, and we are going to be locked in there. My goodness. Well, that's the next there. Is there a big glare in there or anything? Is there anything I need to worry about? How does it look on the stream? That's the question. Could you imagine if I actually had help, like an assistant or something? That's on my monitor. That's not on the actual screen, is it? I can kind of see a reflection here. I can see my reflection. That must be the TV. That's the monitor over there hitting here. That's what I'm seeing. Let's move this monitor out of the way just a little bit here. Oh yeah, that's better. It's way better. Okay. Testing for Navicore. That's what I'm doing. So, boom, 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 boom. What do you think? We start writing. I want this camera to catch more of that. Widen that up. Oop. So, that saggy butt. Woo! There you go, Joseph. All right. Anyway, so we can see we got our 3 camera setups. Is everything looking clean and peachy? Probably not. But I mean, for me, this is just like my music. Like it's not where it needs to be. It's not perfect. Spend another 8 hours on it instead of making some awesome stuff that people would say, "Hey, that looks amazing." You know, you're your own enemy, Mr. Sunderman. You are in your own way, Mr. Sunderman. Stop hitting yourself in the face, Mr. Sunderman. Why so serious, Mr. Sunderman? Fuck if I know. All right, what do we got to see? Hey, let's see here. All right. So now what I'm going to do. Oh, we got somebody on. Well, I'm probably both the one on Facebook and the one on Instagram or whatever it may be. Boom, boom, ba-dum, bing, ba-dum, ba-dee-roo, boom, 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 bum, 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 ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Yeah. Joseph Sunderman trying to get his shit together. Hmm. I don't know why I'm doing this right now. I shouldn't be messing with. I gotta finish up my son's documentation, but anyway, that's not what this is for right now. Right now, oh, I know what I wanted to do. Damn it! They sent some information off to his mom real quick. I did not close that page where I paid for that, did I? Damn it. Screenshot. No, I didn't take a screenshot of it. Pay to participate. Pay to participate. Here. Fuck it. Oh my god! Every time I get on here, I want to get on here and talk some bullshit. Ugh, it's always something. It's always something. Ooh, my son is not in high school yet. He's watching the video. If you have finished watching, please indicate you have done so. Blah 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 blah. What the hell is this? What is boosters? Yep. Cool video. Cool video. Are you currently enrolled in the Southwest Local School District School and middle school? State law. Jesus, all these documents. Mhm, mhm. All right. Yes, he did.
Hi, this is Brittany Carroll. I can't come to the phone right now.
Jesus, I need to get on Facebook more. What the fuck? Ooh, PIP. 2, 1. Yeah, PIP 2. So wouldn't it be better, Joe, if you did this is your main screen, and then you did that as your little. So I could be talking to you. You can see me down here on this bottom screen, and as I'm, why is that blown out so bad in the middle? Look at that. That is not ideal. That is not ideal. It's not how we do things wrong, huh? Oh, wrong camera again. There we go. Leave that one alone. Let's try this guy. Damn. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's watching me right now, but uh, yeah, it sucks. It really does. It's not ideal. Let's put it that way. The fact that our good friend, Mr. Bradley Epling, has passed away. And I want to respect the family's wishes. I mean, I'm talking about it right here. This isn't public. All my friends are on here. The family, his wife, Stephanie, is very private. Brad was always an outgoing guy. I always loved that. But Stephanie was his fucking world. That guy dropped everything. And I don't think he had to. I just think he was being a good husband. I think he loved his woman. I mean, Brad was an awesome dude. You know, it's it's hard to believe because I know when I die, people want to get together and celebrate my life while I was here. But being told Brad never went to funerals, even if it was it could have been his mom. He wasn't going to go to that funeral. He does not like funerals, and it's his wish not to have a funeral. I want to respect the fuck out of that. However, the fact that Brad was such an awesome fucking dude, and as Greg here just stated, he was a solid dude. I mean, never missed a day of school ever. And I guarantee if you look at his work history, same thing. He worked from some little agriculture company and he had this little, like, it was his world. God, I wonder what that company's doing. They're probably, I mean, this affects so much. He was such a, he was such a good dude. And he was so fucking talented. I actually tried calling him a few weeks back. I got word of this drummer that is yeah, let me get on here. There's this drummer, Mr. Nestor, up in Dayton. He's in a band called Enemy, ENMY. Look them up. They had a song on WWE, and I think they have a song on some movie soundtrack or something. They're really awesome. But the drummer, David Nestor, he is actually the drummer or drum tech, I should say the drum tech for Disturbed. He's not the drummer of Disturbed, he's the drum tech for Disturbed. And I can't stand Disturbed. It's something cringy about like the singer, like I just can't connect with the guy. He's just so, I don't know, out there maybe, I don't know, unauthentic. I don't know what there's something about it. It just feels too forced. His image, I guess. Anyway, bottom line is this drummer is fucking amazing. Super talented drummer, and he just moved to Dayton. He's getting a studio up there, and I've met him through some mutual friends, and they've invited me out to a show, and I've made some good rapport with the band. And by no means at all am I like, ooh, let me get this guy in a band. But no, I wanted to connect with this guy. He's like, yeah, come on up. Yeah, we can jam sometime. I'm like, fucking awesome. So my head starts going into like, oh, so we go jam a few times. You like some of the songs that we're doing. I can call Brad, have Brad come down and throw his, awesomeness into the mix. And maybe we can actually put together a decent set with this drummer. And obviously, again, not trying to take anybody from anybody, but if he helps out, if he wants to play with us, great. If not, he has his own band. He has a career in drumming. I'm sure he'll be fine. But the bottom line is getting to, Rob was great, but Rob was also like, we were very limited in Hardin County to find a good drummer. Brandon moved out a long time ago, and hell, Jesus, the shit I did. Like Brandon, when he was younger, hold on, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I'm not answering that. Brandon was like one of these amazing drummers from Upper Sandusky. And this guy, for 20 fucking bucks, would pack up his drum set and come do a practice session with you at your house. I called him up because I knew he was an amazing drummer. He was like in a Tool, tribute band or a band that sounded exactly like Tool, whatever it was. They were very Toolish. Anyway, he comes to my house out in the middle of nowhere in Ada, Ohio, sets up his drums. He's like, where's your drum set? I'm like, I don't have a drum set. He's like, I thought this was a drum lesson. And you want me to teach you on my drums? I'm like, nope. I want you to play drums. I brought out my Marshall half stack and I got my guitar out. And I'm like, I'm going to play guitar. You're going to play drums. He was like, wait, what is going on? I was like, well, I really didn't trick you. I just asked you if you'd come set up, and if I could schedule a time. You came and set up, and can we jam? He's like, okay. And we started playing some of my songs, and he actually liked some of them, but obviously not enough to, make it a thing. But the fact that the little stupid shit like that I've done in the past, I don't think it made a bad impression on him. I think it was kind of cool, and we actually got to jam and make some music, which was really cool. Yeah. And now that, we're older, God, I just imagine if Brad and I were to get together and start writing with a drummer 20 years later. Jesus, what would that sound like? I bet you it'd be fucking dope. Anyway, unfortunately, Brad will not be able to join us. Not physically, anyway. In spirit, he'll be there. Brad taught me how to play when I was 11 years old. And that means I've been playing for 34 years. No. What's 45 minus 11? 34 years. That's not right. That can't be right. I won't let that be right. What's 11 plus 30? 41. Yeah. 30 plus years ago is when he taught me how to play guitar. He passed away at 45. I mean, he may have been a year older than me. He was a grade above me, but I was in transitional first grade because of, being in foster care and traveling so much when I was younger. When I finally settled down in Kenton, Ohio, I was supposed to go to second grade, but because of all that traveling, I was kind of like a feral animal. I guarantee if they had the labels like ADHD back then, I fucking would have been on 3 fucking pills a day. Anyway, Yes, he was. All right. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to pack up for the day. I think I have everything I need. If I want to, yeah, YouTube, where's my rags? Yeah. All right. So it's blurry. It's very blurry. So we have identity. We have technology. And we have workforce. Now, these are all interconnected. Whether you have a plan or not, whether you are intently focused and pursuing objectives and matters in a way that gets you to your ideal identity, that make you who you truly are. In order to get this to be polished, regal, just awesome AF. If you want that, if you want to look awesome, you want to attract those that you want to attract, and you want those that you dislike to be like, oh God, I envy that so much. I can't stand it. That's my nemesis or whatever it is. And if you're someone like that, if you're someone that like wants to piss people off, I mean that's part of your identity. It could be. For instance, using the political landscape as an analogy, you got the far left. Do you think the far right and the far left see eye to eye. And we're talking about the radicals, the real, nutballs here. Uh, the people that are having their 4-year-old cross dressing, right? And you have the other side of it where there's like, standing out in front of churches holding anti, LGBTQ stuff, like whatever, just far spectrum, you know, let's say, you know, Biden does something that looks really bad while he's in office, right? And these people start stabbing at him. These people will defend Biden just due to the rhetoric between the two, right? Like there's a certain kind of you're going to have people on both ends of the spectrum, but if you can be someone that's more neutral, someone that's understanding and curious and actually cares about others around you and want them to be happy and respecting their space and reciprocating that, hoping for reciprocation to some degree. What we're looking for here is we're looking for common ground, and we're looking for an identity that'll take you as far as possible. And when you look at how you communicate and what you stand for, what values you have, if you don't truly know what the desired outcome of this is and how you would handle all things internally and externally, intrapersonal and extrapersonal personality traits. We're going deep. This model here helps me explain the way I, Joseph Sunderman, approaches anything. Ikora was a glorified MSP, trying to be what the next MSP would be. Like what the next version of it, because we have managed service providers, then we had managed security service providers, and MSSP and MSRSP. There's so many M something put it there SPs, and the managed service provider managing services for a business. I'm like, what if we managed the overall identity, the overall technology stack, and leadership? You don't have to do the full workforce. Not every single employee do we need to work with, but we definitely need to start at the very top. That starts with leadership. I look at politics as another great. When I look at all this, and I look at the country's elite, the top of the top, are they living in a way that is, comfortable for them? I mean, they're the elite. They're the top of the top. They're the ones that have the opportunity and the timing and the placement to get to where they are for whatever reason. It could have been handed to them, whatever the fucking reason. They're at the top, and what kind of people they are, that matters. Do they care about everybody else? Are they taking care of those around them? Or are they putting up walls to keep all the ugly out so they can just keep their perfect little world intact? Or do they not want walls? They want to be able to go down the street and walk and have common people that's in their neighborhood. Everybody look at them with respect and not want to jump them and rob them because they're getting more than others and everybody else feels like they're left behind. The leaders of this country, the ones with all the money, are basically the ones in charge of how we can, and you can't do it on a global scale. You got to do this by community. And we need communities that show that by being inclusive, by being curious. I'm going on some stupid fucking rant. Oh, admin session. Oh yeah, I got an admin session in 14 minutes. So I can't leave until my admin session's done. I should probably review the pipeline before that kicks in. Again, I know once this model gets implemented with Navicore, my new venture, I'm super excited about it. Scared and excited at the same time. People have fucked with me for the last time. I'm done. Anyway. I know what my identity is going to be. It's going to be that which empowers creative techs just like myself to get where I am much sooner in life. That doesn't mean money. Trust me, if it was about money, you don't want to be anything like me. I don't have any. If I would learn to save, that might be a different story. But it's not about money. It's about relationships, building relationships, maintaining relationships, relational intelligence. Just like emotional intelligence, understanding your emotions and how emotions can be tools. When somebody's frustrated, there's something underlying that. And a lot of times it's not going to be surface. Well, whoever they're yelling at, there's something much deeper than that. So as I've gotten older and learned to communicate and how communication is an actual skill, I've been really good at communicating, really good at manipulating. And if you hear that and you're like, holy shit, Joseph is a big manipulator. Well, look in the mirror. We all manipulate all day long. What are you manipulating for? Are you manipulating for selfish purposes? Are you manipulating your household, your community? Are you manipulating it in a way because you can't control somebody's response to things, but you can shape it by how you deliver things. So, what are you truly trying to accomplish here? Well, here's what I'm trying to accomplish. I want people to know that I am a safe space, that I care about them, and that I feed off of taking care of others. It gives me a sense of purpose. It makes me feel good. And do I need something in return? Is this transactional? Well, it depends. With my wife, no. Everything I do for her is because I love her. I provide for her. I take care of her. I make sure she's, you know, I look out for my wife. And do I expect something in return for that? No, I don't. I don't need to expect anything. She loves me, and she is a rock star and super capable. And I know that I don't have to worry about that because if I'm in dire need and if I ask her for anything, she's there. As if not as if she owes me, but because it's just that it's she knows that I'm her person, that she's my person, and that we care about each other like that. Doesn't make it easy, and it doesn't make all of our problems go away. But what happens is you start to get better at hearing each other's problems. And again, a lot of this is about my growth, like out here trying to make it as a musician. That didn't go very far, did it? Now I'm trying to make it in the IT world. Well, that didn't go very far now, did it? Well, now I'm going to try to get it in the leadership development. Well, that didn't go very far now, did it? But wait a minute. None of these things are going very far. But if we step back and say, hey, Joseph, who are you today? Wait a minute. God, I'm somebody that can I'm somebody that truly, now that I've learned so much about communication and people and being in business for 5+ years, and I would say I'm a successful businessman, even though I'm filing bankruptcy and dissolving Icora. It's a game of chess, and you got to play it well. And I've been wanting to pivot from Icora for a long time. Sometimes it takes some big ass meteor coming right for your world for you to go, oh shit, yeah, well, maybe this isn't the best planet to live on. Let's go ahead and jump ship. And the relief I'm getting now, because I have better partners, and I feel like I may lose a partner. That's not up to me. That's up to the partner himself. Jay Gates, doubt you ever listen to this, but if you are listening, please note that the tech plans under your belt that I helped put together, I am happy to help you, but we are not ignoring their needs or their security. or their health of their business so that way you can get through the next month. That to me, just that's why I can't let you be a leader with anything I'm working with until you evolve to take care of those taking care of you. They take care of those people giving you budgets. Oh my God. How do you take somebody that has an $8,000 a month budget and fuck it up as bad as you did? Like, I love you to death, but dude, seriously. And then for me to, because I'm involved and I'm the one that's managing the tech stack and the back ends, like you act like I'm not involved until the shit hits the fan. You want to go off to Hawaii and get married while I stick back and do all this work. And I can't get you to do the fucking smallest things. So in business is a lot like a marriage. I do a lot for those that I work with. I go above and beyond and I don't charge a lot of money. I don't. My clients, they pay me a decent budget to manage their technology. You know, whether it's a $5,000 a month client or a $10,000 a month client, all my clients that give me all that money, they respect me enough, trust me enough, and I feel like I've done a badass job of doing it. And because of that, I don't bill those reoccurring revenues. I'm able to I'm able to function and go and do as I please as long as the tech stacks are intact. And I've gotten really good at it. I only got a handful of tech plans to manage, you know, roughly $20,000 a month revenue coming in for a single business, single person business. If I can get two more people working with me that really want to fucking do something real, like, look at this. I'm trying to build it right now and I'm doing it solo. How do I bring people into this that see the potential in it, that want to help make it amazing? It's a good question, Joe. How do you do all that? Well, that's what this whole journey is. If you stick around, as I hopefully Ash, yep, shout out to Ash. So Mita. Oh, it's 125. Get ready for my. I'll go ahead and jump on to my session with y'all here. We'll see how it goes. If we get into anything too deep, I'm going to have to mute or bow the fuck out. But let me go ahead and jump in here. Nope. You can watch me in action. Okay. All right. Oh shit. Hey, there's Scott. Hello.
Oh,
Oh, you're fine.
What's that set up? It looks like we're ready for a podcast or something.
Well, I got to make these instructional videos.
Oh, there you go.
When I do that, I don't want to. There's a lot of not just the Google thing, like the sign in, but I don't know if I've ever told you this, but I want to be able to make custom tech plan management videos for leadership and for users. And this is why I started in 2019. I've had this vision, like the sessions page for SharePoint, being able to make a quick video and post it there for, hey, this is how you do this is how you do that, and be able to chop those out quickly. This is all part of that. It just takes, I want to do it foundationally. So it's taking time, but we'll get
Right.
there. So it's 5 years into the
Mhm.
making. We'll get there. Anyway,
So I have, I'm just gonna dial in on the feedback stuff right quick.
cool. The employee feedback form, right?
Yes. So this was the email of the feedback I got originally. I'm not sure that I shared this. We want to change the range values from 1 to 10 to 1 to 5. Eliminate that last question. And then how it relates to production, and then it says include delineation. I don't really have that at my fingertips right now. I'm not sure what that, like, we might have to add another question. And then Chris sent me this. So I'm just gonna put all this into an email for you, so at least we have,
Yeah, I'm probably going to copy it and put it in the admin pipeline so we have it with the item. So it's in our history of
Yeah.
work being done too. So yeah, if you email that to me, I'll get it in there. I know I got to get in the habit of using the admin pipeline as the main source for everything for others to do it. So that's what I've been trying to do.
Actually, I'll put it down here. So these one, you kind of addressed all this. It's stored in 365, but only Bill or you can access it. And that's how we'll maintain anonymity, at least across the organization, except for Bill, right?
Correct. And it's not like I'm going to go reading these things. I ain't got time for that. But yes, Bill and I will be the only ones accessing it. But Bill will be the
Right.
only one that anybody should go to for context or, through him,
Oh, no, yeah.
through him
They
or
won't-
through
I,
you.
I don't even want to mention that you, technically have access. That's not,
Well, you do too, to
that's
some
not
degree,
anything.
just so you're aware, because you're the gatekeeper on file. You actually can tell me to take Bill off of it and put you on it. Like I mean, I know you guys well enough, but I've built the system how
Yeah.
any account manager can take over. And someday I hope there will be an account manager that takes over fishing design and like we'll go on a fishing trip because we're all retired. Like that's what I'm hoping. But part of this is to build this out scalable enough to where it's not just Joseph Sunderman.
Right. And I'm totally okay with that. It's just been back and forth whether we, or whatever, but let's just nail this. So these are new questions. So those are the scale questions again, I think.
We're adding those to that one page of questions is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And I'd like to get that done while we're on call. So
Send this over to you. I'll copy William as well.
oh, pain in the ass to make these to 5. Let me see if I can make that happen. I'm sorry, but we're not going to. I have a 1 to 5 item, but it's a ranking, and I'll show you when you're done. Or I can go ahead and share my screen if you're just going to send that email. I'll wait on that.
Yeah, for sure.
But so just to show you, I mean, there are some limitations here. So I'm using this net promoter. So when I add a new question, I have all these options right here. And this Likert gives us 1 through 5, and I can even add them if I want to. And I can even put the options up here instead of having the key. And I actually was going to recommend this as I was doing it, but the questions were so long that it just didn't, the form didn't flow well. And I still don't think it will with this. So using to get it like the one that's in Google, which is a Likert, it's 1 through 10. And I'm curious if Google will let you even do 1 through 5. Because when I choose this net promoter score here, that's the one that we're using. It gives me the ability to ask a question, and then you have a 1 through 10. I don't see any way to change that.
Okay.
Let me see if it's something I've realized
Are you
lately.
calling it Likert? What are you calling it?
Likert. I don't know what the hell Likert. So it's this
Never heard of
one.
it.
This one right here. See it?
No. Oh, okay. What about ranking?
Ranking is not going to work. I mean, I guess, yeah, maybe this will work. I can have 1 through 5 here. It won't be like along the bottom, right? It's going to be, you're going to select one of these 1 through 5. We can do it that way if you want to drop it down to 5, but it's not going to be that. I try to make it look like the Google form. This is an option if you want to use 1 through 5, but the way the question will look here, I'll make one of these questions. Let me do this.
What do the 3 dots do?
The 3 dots. Oh, like on the here, this is a net score. If you hit 3, it lets you add a subtitle or add branching. And branching is if, depending on the way they answer this, you can make it go to another question if you want. That's what branching is. So right here, if I hit the 3 dots on this one, I get the same option. So it's basically just, you want to add a subtitle to a subtitle. All that does is it puts or this is shuffle options, add branching. Okay, so that one does have a different subtitle. Just puts a subtitle underneath the question here. Yeah, and this one gives you the ability to shuffle the things if you want to, but we wouldn't want to do that. We'd want to do them 1 through 5 a certain way, and then I can recreate each question that way. But the best way to do it is just leave it at 10, and add the few questions that we want, and let them know that that's just limitation. It looks like that was a limitation for them too, because it looks like they only used 4.
Well, the reason we're wanting to go 400. I think it's more intuitive. What's the difference between the 2 and the 3? Kind of a little too granular. All right, so you don't, that kind of blows me away. I guess it's supposed to be so
Nimble,
stupid,
diverse.
simple.
Yeah. Well, again, we can do 1 through 5.
Likert scale.
What's the?
This says you can use the rating question type.
That's what we're doing. That's the one that's the one I was showing you here. This is rating.
Okay. And how does that play?
What's
Like when you run that?
what's give me the things for option 1 through 5. What's the first one? Not likely to.
1, 2. You mean the descriptor?
Yeah.
I think it's, yeah, I guess that's, I would just put 1 through 5, like you've got up there, and then 1 being like less likely or.
Well,
well, that's likely. Well, what is it in the existing form?
well, that's what I was going to say is up here.
Oh, you've got a text box that indicates that.
Yeah, this is how the Google
go.
form was done. So I can take this.
So, I mean, that is 1, and then 2.
He only has 4. Maybe we just make it 1 through 4.
See, it's just so ambiguous. So, needs significant improvement, needs some improvement. Gee, it's hard for me to keep up while you're.
Sorry, I'm almost done though.
Where are you working right now? Where is that?
I'm at the studio down here at Wegman. Have you been here before?
I have not.
You need to come check it. We've had a few events here too. I should show you the gardens. Like, come check this out, man. Do you know what the ASMP is?
What?
The American Society of Media Photographers.
I did not.
There's a Terry Campbell is one of Cincinnati's, like, he's an older fella. He's ready to retire, but he has an awesome studio here in town. So just to preview this real quick, I'll show you how this will look. So choose somebody. As we go through this is what all the questions will look like right here, and they'll choose one of the 4. Next question. Boom. Oh, wait a minute. No, they moved these around. That's what it was. That's why I didn't want to use ranking. Okay, I remember now. Never mind. I think that's a bad idea. That won't work.
Well, you jumped to a lot of conclusions. So walk me through it, man. All right, you got that, and then we have you don't want to use, that, and why is it?
Because basically this, one of the, like you can move these around here and get them in a specific order, but it's not like they just choose one. It's like something they're supposed to rank them, like putting them in certain orders or something.
Oh,
So it's a ranking. Yeah, that's what, let me see if I can, like when you do a preview, if we're like actually doing the dang thing here. See, they can select one, but they're moving it around. Like how, and you can shuffle them. That's another
You're not-
option.
right now, you're not editing.
No, this is me
Right.
actually doing the form. This is me filling out the form. This is what they would be like. It'll get confusing. That's going to be a problem. They're saying needs significant improvement in this area is number one, or maybe I should make exceeds expectations. Then, like, yeah, you're not selecting one, you're putting them in an order. Like if I was to ask, please put, what are the correct steps for our process in doing this? Like if we were testing the employees on how the workflow goes for something. Step number one would be this, step number two would be this, step number three, then step number four. Like that's one way. Or who do you vote in order? Who's most likely, who's less likely? Then you have four people there and you put, okay, this person should be this, like it's a ranking system. So I don't think these questions, I don't think that question type will work for us. I think we need to stick to the net promoter, which is
And,
the
and that's, and we're using ranking or rating?
ranking.
That, okay, what about rating?
Rating.
On above, yeah, rating.
Let me try that one. If you want to make the stars because you can have, we have 5 stars, symbol. Make it a number. Now we're cooking with some gas. Now, what does this look like when they do it? This would be the question. Yeah. We can have 1 through 4 or 1 through 5 up here. Do we want to say 1 through 4 and let them know that this is the key?
I think, well, see how 4 through 6 says one meets expectations with room for improvement? Go back up, please. And then 7 through 8. So 1 needs significant improvement. 2,
we can't label them. Not with this, we can't.
no, what you can do is.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're saying put the description. Okay, I got you. So this would be, are we keeping it 1 through 4? Or are we going to add a 5th?
We're gonna do 1 through 5, I think.
Where do we, yeah.
Let me, 1 needs significant improvement. 2, needs some improvement. 3 meets expectations. 4 exceeds expectations. 5 is exceptional performance and mastery. You follow?
I do.
That makes 3 the center. Meets expectations.
Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit enter here. And this will become 4. Oh, my windows are down and I hear it raining outside. That's awesome.
Go get it. Go take care of it right now.
It's a 4Runner. It'll live. Oh, let me look and see what the weather is. Yeah.
All right. I'll be here.
I'm on it right now, boss. That was fun.
Was it bad?
No, it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. Oh, shoot.
No, I think you were, yeah, they were good. They were good.
Needs significant improvement, needs some improvement. Can I get rid of the in this area, do you think?
I do. Are they all questions that, how does it say, how likely are you to recommend us to? Oh, that's like, then no, we can't. If the second question is how likely.
I'm almost
I have to see
there.
this.
I'm almost there. I'm just wrapping up this area here real quick. I want this to look clean. Well, I don't like how it laid it out like that, but I'll mess with that here in a minute. Let's get these questions done. Yeah.
Might
So
be best if you wanna work with it, but I think that works
so now what I got to
to get it
do?
to 5, right?
Yes, I like it. I think that's great. So now then I'll delete this one. So this is what our new question looks like. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this one. So that way I can grab this question. Come back up here.
But you see how, look how that does not match with how you describe the numeric ranking. We're jumping around too much, man, in my opinion. First of all, please provide numeric rating using the 1 through 10 scale, and that's 1 through 5. Pardon me. Then let's go through the questions again real quick, 1 through 5. All right. And then how likely are you to recommend us to a friend? So really, 1 is not very likely or somewhat. And then keep going down so I can see the other questions because they're all repeated. What are those just test questions?
I'm not sure why there's so many of the same one. I know that this, I may have to redo the first one because this is question number 1 and this is number 2, but it's the first one for section 2. It throws me off a little bit. But I got to go to the original form and see what hold on, let me go find it. There it is. Okay. So the very first question was, market and trending. So yeah, these are all, I don't know what this is. I don't think that was even a question on the form, was it? Yeah. So Get rid of, well, I don't want to get rid of it because I want to use it as a template. That's got to go. All right, so I need to add subtitle because the title, well, this, maybe I don't. Well, let me. So now what I want to do is I want to look at them side by side, and this does not work for me.
So you want to do this offline, or you want?
Yeah, I want to get to a point where we can stop and I can finish it up and get like do a quality like right now is not the best time for me to do get this where it needs to be. So let me see what these questions look like. If we agree to this, then we can move on. So we have our 1 through 5. I gotta get this to look right up here, so I'm gonna have to add bullets even though I don't want to. I could probably just make the numbers. Yeah, I'll get that. I'll get the this right here looking good.
Right. Now let's look at what the answers are. Because what is that? What it was? Do you remember what it said in the Google Doc?
Yeah, here. I'll bring it over right here. Use it for a reference. So the very first question, we made it 1 through 5. So none of this right here matters, right? Because we made this 1 through 5, and now all we need to do is the questions and be able to select 1 through 5, right?
Yeah, that's fine. So okay.
Now that this is me actually doing the form.
Go back. Sorry, let me look at the whole form with the Google. Okay, so these are all saying does not meet expectations, does meet exceptional performance. So go all the way down just to make sure we don't have an inconsistency.
They were all the same.
Okay, great. So what I would think is that we might tweak it, but basically, yeah, I'm groovy with that. All right.
So when they're doing this, they'll see the 1 through 5. This is the first question right here, and I'm gonna hit does exceeds expectations, as opposed to having to hit all the way down here. Imagine getting a 0. 0 wasn't even on the list. All right. So how do we feel about
what?
How do we feel about the form? Do we feel like that's the questions? Do we feel like this will work?
It's in the right direction. So let's go back to the review feedback. Okay, so if you want to open that email, and then if you have any questions, we'll go from there.
Okay. Beautiful. All right. So I'll get those updates made to the form. Let me look at them again real quick. I didn't review them. Let me do that real quick.
Sure.
Change range values 1 to 5. Yep, we've already done that. Eliminate overall rating. What is the purpose? So we don't want that on the last page, right?
Right.
How it relates to
And I
production.
think we're okay on, I think there's a question on delineation, so that should be fine. We clarified the question, where does it get stored, et cetera, and then Chris had a new question.
These
If you want to give me access to edit this, I can go in and tweak it if need be. And so are you groovy with the direction?
Well, I have a question here. How it relates to production? Include delineation applies to production in WTF. What does that mean?
That's what I was saying. I think we covered that because the question that Sarah said, well, how does it relate to production? And I believe there's a question in the form. If we go back to the form, we'll see if there's a question regarding delineation.
I'm going back to the top. I'm sorry. I'm going back to the top real quick. So
Okay. All right.
So here's question number 1. You just pick a person.
Right.
First
And then
question is about marketing trends.
Marketing trend. Why is there 2 like that?
Because I copied this one to make. I have to. I'm changing it from the net promoter to the rating question type.
Revision, conceptualization. I think design execution might work for it. Technical proficiency might work for brand stewardship, whatever. Team collaboration. Feedback integration, client communication, client relationship, time management. Proactive problem solving, professionalism. I don't really see a need to add a bunch of questions up around what Chris was suggesting. Well, we'll throw them in there.
How effective is this coworker at communication during internal meetings? I mean, do we?
I don't know about all that. But
I don't want. I don't know if I don't want to. I feel like that would be me weighing in on your guys' internal stuff. But yeah, I think there's a better way to communicate. I think I know what he's trying to ask, but there's a better way to ask it. Anyway, is there an? I guess to me, in our admin session, the question would be, is there an issue with internal meetings, right? Like, is Chris complaining about that at all? Or like, why is he asking that specific question? Like, that's a very specific question saying, hey, there's a problem here type feel thing. Because we have a communication question in here, don't we? I mean, it's client communication. Is there, and
he was talking about
internal.
He was talking about internal communication.
And that's why I want to raise my hand here and say, I think that's the way he's asking it is to meetings. I think it should be, how do we feel this person, like, yeah.
Well, he sent it over to me and because I said,
no, here's what it's raising for me. This is what I was going to tell you. And this is what this is a question that would be in the admin session with the admin team. This is what I mean. Is there's nothing in here. I mean, it's all about the person, but what about asking questions in here or having a separate section with a few questions about internal operations and communications and things of that nature? Like, how is Fisher Design doing? How's the remote workforce going? Like, actually asking questions that make them feel like we're taking care, like we care about them. In their current situation with working with the company as well. Like, I feel like it's missing a piece, like, but yeah, we're doing the person. So
I follow what you're saying.
I don't know how to mix it in, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know whether I want to open up that can.
But I agree with you. I don't think these questions are ideal because they're so pinpointed, I guess.
Yeah, I asked him, pardon. I said, hi, Chris, can you send the verbiage, for question focusing on employee internal communication capabilities that you mentioned the other day? We're gonna include that in the survey. Let me know. Thanks, Scott. And he said directionally, Olin, how effective is this coworker at communicating during internal meetings? How well does this coworker communicate offline, one-on-one? And internal, and then separate question, not sure if it was covered. How well does this coworker receive feedback?
And feedback is
So-
number 10 here. Like we do have feedback right here. I think that one is definitely redundant.
Yeah, we'll kick that one out for sure. And how about we just reduce it to internal communication? To replicate pretty much what it says about client communication, but we'll tailor it for internal. There's client communication and then there's internal communication, and clearly presents ideas and rationale. Tailored communication for foster teamwork or something like that.
I'm going to
I'm
use.
sorry,
I'm going to have AI give a suggestion, and you guys can tell me to tweak it if need be. But I think that's a good enough direction.
Mind, just kind of build that out. Get rid of received feedback. I mean, don't get rid of it. Meaning, ignore that from Chris, and then I think we'll combine those two questions into one, and it's all around internal communication.
Yep.
That makes sense?
Absolutely.
All right.
Number 3 is redundant. And the first two are basically we're going to integrate them into one to replicate the client like an internal facing one similar to the client communication. So beautiful. What else we got? I do want to. I wanted to go over this, so let me do this real quick. All right. So basically, that takes care of. I know we need to do the admin session. I need to get that. Is that something you can schedule either for a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of next week if we can have an admin session? That'd be super awesome.
Well, do we want Randy?
I was going to let you know that's optional. We are building systems that will help us to, some of this stuff like the finances and stuff, we're going to be changing over to Navicore. Navicore is officially live starting August 1st. The ICORA bill will still have some of the IT services on it, but all of the consulting fees will be on the Navicore bill. There's a few things coming up as far as that goes as we transition away from ICORA into Navicore.
Why don't we schedule that separately? Because
well, that'll be next. Here's my suggestion. The admin session, let's not have Randy in that because we're going to go over that stuff more in depth during the business review, which is next month.
Right.
So, and then the next month after that is the team session. Then the next month after that is the admin session, and then the business. So it works out. So no, he probably doesn't need to be in an admin session. That came up the last time we had one.
Then I would say schedule it and assume people's calendars are up to date. The reason I ask if you want Randy in there is because he's only theoretically he's only in on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Well, who's this for? Oh, that's right. It's So Brandy Core.
And I have some time blocked here and there, so, Just
You have Fisher's calendars, like, right? Because you can see their tentative times and stuff like that to make it easier. What does Monday the 21st look like? Or I guess, I mean, I'll put Randy as optional. Well,
Yeah.
let me see here. I haven't tried. Let me see. Stevens at Fisher.
I figured if you logged in as admin,
Well, I would have to. I could open up the Outlook under a browser for that because when I'm on I'm using my tenant
yeah,
to manage meetings and
Right.
record them and use the AI to help me get my tech stack stuff in line. So that's why I want to host it, be able to get it. In fact, but if you, yeah, let me do this. I'm just being lazy. Bill, William, Scott.
hey, wait, near your computer by chance? Or do you have a minute? Let me restart. Good. Okay, no problem. I wanted your feedback on the NWTF production question. So if you shoot that over to me, I'd appreciate it. Whatever, call me. Go. No. Yeah, go, it's all right. Bye. It works, bye. William sounded
Excited, I hope.
stressed.
Oh no, not stressed. That's not what we want to hear.
Well, he's just behind schedule.
What am I doing? I don't want to. No, don't schedule it from here. Now I'm messing myself up. Hold on. So how does the 21st at 2:00 sound for you?
First at 2:00 is fine.
And again, I'll put together. Let me get this out before it gets filled.
Yeah, we'll keep it really, really tight focused. One topic will be what we want done in the
Wellness checks.
wellness check.
Yes, the checklist is a big part of it.
Another topic will be just a decision point. We're gonna go ahead and start archiving 22 and older. That really doesn't require admin, but just kind of have it there that we're moving forward on that.
Yep.
Other things I'll have to think about it.
Well,
What were the other topics that you were thinking?
Well, this is how simple I want these to go. Because if we think about the tools we have, if we start again, I'm trying to get more,
I'm following you. I know.
So when we open up the admin pipeline, because right now Bill's not using it, William's not using it, and what it should be is a catch-all for any matters or objectives that we're doing with the business that we need to track and make sure gets done. So hopefully by us pulling it up and it's easy to review and quickly to go over in an admin session, we'll start to see the benefits of putting, oh, wait a minute, when's the next health benefits thing supposed to be turned in? Like, I want to see this become a tool, the SharePoint environment that you guys are using to actually make sure things are getting done and you're leaning in ahead of it as opposed to being reactive and, oh shit, where this came up. Oh,
Yeah.
All
We'll
that good stuff.
reinforce that during that meeting. I can help reinforce that.
Yeah, and all it should be is if I'm doing my job right, we should be able to get in here and say, okay, it looks like we have a few open things right now. Like obviously in an admin session, matters and objectives. Like what problems are we dealing with? What things can't we control and are getting in our way, so that way we can get ahead of it. Again, for technology, archiving is one of those things which we're going to talk about, and that should be in here under IT department. Server archive, new solution, workstation refresh. Where are we at with that? Edge browser
Server
setup.
archive solution is a separate, well, anyway.
Well, this one actually, I'm actually going to take this off the list because we're more focused on something else right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on hold. That way it doesn't show up for the meeting. If it says needs reviewed, that's something that's supposed to have a deeper conversation during an admin session. That's why we mark it for needs reviewed. So when we have a business review
Yeah.
or a admin session, and we make sure we talk about it in depth. The Edge browser setup, I think that's going to be a big one. I think getting everybody on Edge and getting everybody on the P2 license, that's a big, there's a lot of security that's going on behind the scenes with this.
Isn't